Alright, here's an update on what's happening. Plans have changed. As you can see outside, it's raining. It's about maybe 10 o'clock now in the morning. I decided last night, we were looking at the weather reports, and basically it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. It's going to get colder and colder. At the moment it's hovering around 8 degrees Celsius. Which, you know, it's cold, but if you're standing in one spot, it's not bad. But as soon as you start moving, the wind chill factor is just insane. So anyway, I've decided that I'm going to rescue what few days I have left of this holiday with Beer Girl. I'm going to take her home. So we're going to basically just ride back to Shenzhen today. Going all the way there is a bit too ambitious at the moment, especially with our current gear. I mean, I'm certainly not prepared. I have a single pair of gloves, these, which they're useless. Basically, you know, when you have to be braking and changing, especially with changing the clutch, and your hands are frozen. You know, it's just they cramp up from the cold, and just, you know, changing the clutch once is a painful exercise. So when you're hitting those twisties in the corners, and you know, you have to be very careful on the roads here. I mean, we passed 2 accidents on the way here where people on bikes had, you know, just the normal pikey guys without helmets. They'd taken tumbles, and it looked pretty serious, ambulances and stuff. Anyway, you know, you just have to be so careful, and if you don't have that reaction time, you know, it doesn't help. Anyway, probably wondering why I've got a little battery charger here. Now, this is something really useful to bring along on a trip. It's a little fast charger. I've got a battery here. Tom left his heated grips on last night. Okay. Now you see, Tom did come prepared. He's got heated grips on his bike. He didn't install them, the previous owner did. And he's got his all-weather clothing. So he's alright. He's going to continue on. See how far he makes it. But, you know, that's what he's going to do. Anyway, because of his heated grips, he left them on all night, and his battery ran completely flat. So what I've done is I've given him my spare battery, and I've taken this battery out of his bike, and I'm busy charging it at the moment. And we're going to head out soon. But I'll get some footage along the way. Yesterday we went through some really, really nice spots, but being bloody cold, you know, freezing cold and raining, I wasn't exactly in the mood to, you know, pull over and take pictures and footage. So I'll try and do that today. Today has got the best weather, according to the weather reports, for the next week. And by best weather, I mean it's still going to be raining, but at least it's going to be around about 10 degrees rather than 7 and 6 and 5, and you know, that sort of nonsense. So okay, catch you on the road. I don't know if I explained this to you before in any of my previous videos, but hair dryers. You know, some hotels come with hair dryers. Awesome for drying out your sort of damp, well, completely soaked through socks, your boots, your clothes. They're just great, you know. You know, if you're in the south during winter, some hotels don't have heaters. Luckily, this place does have an aircon, which is also a heater. You can actually use that as a kind of a temporary heater. Set it up on a chair or something, pointing towards your feet, and you're okay. Anyway, as you can see, this place is quite a mess with all our gear, so I'm going to have to pack it all together. Yeah, it's biker's room. All this is going on my CB. Yep, anyway, let me get to it. Alright, so this is what Beer Girl is wearing at the moment. We'll see how she transforms for her wet weather riding conditions. How you feeling, babe? Next comes the jacket and the scarf, the big coat. Next is the protective gear, which is a sort of motocross style meshing which goes on top. It's got good elbow protection, chest protection, you know, shoulder protection, lower back, and it's got a sort of a kidney belt built in. So, you know, just to ensure that there are no horrible injuries should she come off. Next is the all-weather rain suit, which is a 2-piece. You know, it's got pants, and this is actually sort of a military issue one that you can buy at the military surplus stores, which is quite nice. Let's see what you got here. It's your military insignia or whatever. Your stripes. Anyway, so she's just about ready, just a helmet to go really. So that's how you get a beer girl ready for a bike trip. We also have our handy little hip bag over here, putting in essentials. Backpack, panniers, tank bag, almost ready to go. Another little backpack there, and of course helmets. Alright, she needed a bit of a push to get going. She's running. See how cold it is. That's not smoke, that's just steam, because it's so cold here. Anyway, at least she's running, ready to go. Now just to load her up, and then we're gonna head back. Well, we're still in Zhanjiang. We're just about to leave now. How are you doing, babe? Cool, great. Yeah, this is a nice place to come. It's not that far away. You could probably get here in about, I don't know, 2-3 hours if you rode from Shenzhen, if you're taking it easy. And they've got lots of mountains and nonsense around this area. Anyway, time to crack on. Just here getting some air in the back tire. These kids are playing with fireworks. As you can see, lots of fireworks are being let off around here. Yeah. 谢谢老板。好的，好的，好的，谢谢。多少钱？给你给到多少都。Fun, hey? Okay, let's go. Yeah. Pretty dismal. Pretty dismal. Taking the shortcut through this horrible urban wasteland stuff, but I mean, just look at this nonsense. It's just horrible. It's like so depressing out here. It's like rundown old dreary factories, horrible wet roads, with nothing around you except crap. Anyway, it's going to be like this for the next couple of hours. Okay, so we've stopped for a little while. I'd like to get Beer Girl something to eat and warm up a little bit, because it's, as you know, it's freezing. I'm not actually sure where we are right now. I'll check the GPS and let you guys know. But look, we're making good progress. It's pretty awful. The weather is absolutely freezing cold. But I'm sure you know that already. A little bit of coffee should help. Anyway, we're about a third of the way back now. It's taken us about an hour and a half. We're taking it very slow in the wet. So yeah, should be back home in about another, I'd say, 2 hours. I don't know if you can see this, but there's actually steam rising off the seat where Feifei was sitting. Ah, okay, not anymore. Just goes to show how cold it is. Anyway, we're actually back home now. That took us, we left at about 11. It's 2 o'clock now. We did stop for that lunch. So yeah, if we hadn't stopped and if the weather was better, probably only would have taken 2.5 hours, maybe, whatever. We're back. We're going to unpack, well, take everything off the bike, and then we're going to head straight out again to go and get a nice coffee slash whatever. So the video doesn't end here. Well, here we are at one of my favorite little coffee getaways. So my little treat to Beer Girl, and I'll get her a tiramisu and a couple of other things. As you can see, there's a lot of mud and nonsense on the bike after that. It's going to need a hell of a clean. But wonderful. That new wheel has made such a difference. Smooth as silk, this engine. You know, if you keep it on a, you know, the revs low enough, it's really smooth. Anyway, we did a total of 349 kilometers. It's probably the shortest bike trip I've ever done. But anyway, it was still interesting, and as soon as the weather gets better, alright, give me a second. As soon as the weather gets better, we're doing a better one.